I press start streaming, and we'll start talking.
Okay.
Okay? All right, here we go. Hello friends, this is David Cuartillas, co-founder of Arduino, and this is the Arduino LiveCast in the third season, chapter 6, I guess. This week we're going to continue working with our weather station that I will put out of the shed in my garden once it's done. And this week I'm going to be working with the rain sensor. So this thing you see here is a rain sensor that's capable of detecting whether it's water or not. So for this week, what we have on the plate is this. We have the Arduino Uno, and we have the rain sensor that needs a small amplifier, and as you see, this amplifier has a potentiometer, and this potentiometer is used to determine whether oh, sorry for that. I made a mistake. I want to show you actually this. So we have the Arduino board and we have the rain sensor here, and the rain sensor has a small amplifier with this potentiometer, and this potentiometer is responsible of determining a threshold that will saying whether there is rain or not. On top of that, we have a DHT11 temperature and humidity sensor. We will see again how cold it actually is in this shed. And I remind you that this sensor is not having a huge range. It's only working from 0 to 50 degrees. So if we want to work with like a better range, what we need to do is to have, for example, the DH22 that has a better range, but for the purpose of this experiment is good enough. And we have some wires and the breadboard, and this is how the design will look like. So we have the rain sensor connected to the amplifier goes to an analog pin, and on the other hand we have the DHT11 that is connected through this digital pin to the Arduino Uno. We will gather all of the information and send it back through the USB port into the computer. Again, here's how it looks like. Rain sensor, amplifier, DHT11, the Arduino Uno, and data will go through this serial port into the computer. And now the code that I was showing you earlier when I didn't really want to. So here's the code for this experiment, and we're including the DHT. One of the many DHT libraries is a very simple one that we used before. We create the DHT object, and we have configured the pin number 7 for the pin for the DHT, and we have created here these values for setting the range to how we will convert the signals we bring from the analog port. We set up the serial port in the setup so that we can get the values into the computer. We read the sensor using the call to analog read to A0, which is the pin where the board is actually connected to. And then we map the value that we read from the sensor that goes between 0 and 1024 to be a number between 0 and 2. And in this way, we will convert the value into something that we can determine, can tell us whether there is rain or there is no rain. Okay, so here we call the function to read the information from the DHT sensor, and we print out the temperature and humidity down to the serial port. Finally, we will just print whether it is raining or it is not raining based on the value we got from the analog pin from the amplifier. So as you see, the program is very simple, and we will repeat it every 5 seconds to just measure that things are going fine. Let me just, on my other window, just check whether anybody's chatting out there. And so let's see if this works. I will just compile the code and upload it to my board. Here you go. You will see here how the code is being uploaded to the board, and once it's done, there you go. I can open the serial port monitor on my Arduino IDE and see how the data is coming in. And here you see it, and you see again temperature 14 degrees, humidity 80%, typical Swedish winter in my shed, and it says that it's no rain. Just to prove you that it works, I'm gonna blow for a second on the temperature sensor. Here we go. So now you see you will see how humidity changes in a couple of seconds. You see it goes up, and the temperature is barely affected because it's actually kind of cold. So the next thing I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna have some water. I will put here. You can see how I'm gonna add some water to the rain sensor just to check whether the rain sensor works or not. So I have some water there. This is pretty cool lemon water. So here we go. I will just get some water and I will apply it on top of the rain sensor here. So here we go. And you see how now, as soon as I put water on the sensor, it says that it's raining. So this very simple sensor, by exposing these metallic wires to the air, can be used to detect conductivity between those wires, and that's sent back to Arduino. And by just determining whether it's going over a certain threshold, we say that it's raining or not. So friends, this was this week's Arduino LiveCast, and we added one small piece to our project of building a weather station. Very soon we will put all the parts together, the anemometer, the temperature sensor, the rain sensor, and a couple of things more, and we have built a fairly good and extremely cheap weather station out of an Arduino. Thank you very much, and see you next week on the Arduino LiveCast.